It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And this one will feature Kendall Fuller. He's been one of the NFL's best ball hawks this season with 9 interceptions. It's the Commanders and the Colts on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 64 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is,
and he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback, and that philosophy works for them very well.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 35. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Open man here is Conklin.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line.
Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes left side. The 40. The 20.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Here's Hardman to return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. He hit pay dirt so many times we almost lost track. Every time we turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just 1-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped off a few long jaunts as well.
From the 30 on 2nd down.
Lance got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
7 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll run again here with Robinson.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. And now they'll throw with Lance.
Eluding the pressure right.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Had a chance to make a run up in the 30 if they can get that stop there.
With a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Robinson up the middle.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
Robinson with another carry.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lance. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Out left to Dotson.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He's only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. And you think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your two current #1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lance. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And Lance now to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Lance. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lance. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Open man is Myers. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 34. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They run once more with Taylor. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing is Wilson. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have cut it back within a score.
And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Point after try forthcoming. And that'll make it 13-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Fielded right around the 8. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Again, it's Robinson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Lance. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commander's first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From the 41, Lance finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. On 2nd and 10, Lance finding Hardman here over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run with Robinson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Again, it'll be Robinson. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Brian Robinson Jr. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now stands at 13. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On the move past the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well. So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it? Absolutely. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the visiting Jaguars who were able to come away with the road victory. Christian Kirk up near 200 yards receiving with 2 touchdown catches as well. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Tyreek Hill, well over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game going.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here is Washington now to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Lance to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson taken down at the 42. On 2nd and 7, Lance into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke, and the Colts are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And they've got to be thrilled with the situation they've inherited here. Thank you, defense.
Thank you, indeed. They set them up with a short field ahead of them, and now they've got a good chance to strike quickly and take the lead.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
You always worry about those small receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now it's Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! Jacoby Myers from 6 yards away. And the Colts are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Well, they were down 6 at intermission, but they quickly erased that deficit. And, Charles, now they've got a chance to take the lead.
And while being down 6 points, obviously not an insurmountable lead, tying a game up, that just relaxes a whole team, doesn't it? And now when you add the extra point and you go up, you really feel good about what you've accomplished.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing is Lance on third down.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Colts to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Now Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wilson. Open man here is Conklin.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
106 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here's Lance. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
To throw again on second down. Lance. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. first down. Lance got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have retaken a third-quarter lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two. Lance going to try to throw for this. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Wilson. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young, his 2nd sack of the night. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. And the Washington offense heading out. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 130 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Lance. This is caught by Williams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on 2nd down, Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And Lance going to throw. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. 17 yards that time at a Washington first.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in the face there. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's brought down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They hand off to their big tight end. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. On 1st down, Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Wilson will throw again. And this one is incomplete.
Give a big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Robinson up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7. Lance across the formation. Hardman gets the completion. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Lance now on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Lance looking to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Hey, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
But it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns. But in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Throwing is Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Hardman on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense back out there. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 44, Lance. It's complete to Williams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 153 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On 2nd down and 4. Lance taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Lance. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 25-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. To throw, it's Lance. This is caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. Robinson diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. The Colts set to take over here offensively. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Wilson now to throw on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10. Now Wilson. He's got a man. Complete. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again here, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Conklin, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll run it now with Robinson. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Robinson with another carry. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
Handoff now to Robinson. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. with career touchdown number 60. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Brian Robinson. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Commanders, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.